There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Can we get your head to be kind of normal? Okay. That's mommy's phone. Okay. Okay. Oh, there we go. There's your blankie. Okay. And your dog. All right. Here we go. Okay. So, hello everyone. And we're already ripping dog jaws. Great. So tonight we're going to read The Very Happy Hippo, The Story of Noah. I hurt my wrist to hold. And it's Pumpkin Day Mouse. And that's going to be our Halloween book. And I'm actually going to go get my wrap because I thought my wrist was feeling a little bit better, but it's not. So let me get my wrap so I can rewrap it. Okay, here we go. Here. I don't know why. You know, I was sitting here first. There's not no more. How did you squeak? Why did you squeak? Why did you squeak like that? Okay. Not my best wrap job, but it'll do. Let me stop my wrist from bending. Okay. So, which of these? Hey, Halloween face. Which one? It's Pumpkin Day Mouse? Okay. You were consistently picking the Halloween books, which we're really proud. Your grandmother would be thrilled. It's Pumpkin Day Mouse. Mouse has 7 pumpkins to decorate. Hey, can you stop ripping the dog's mouth part and count the pumpkins? Oh, she's giving kisses. That's very sweet. She loves you very much. Tell Sandra. Sally. Hey. Count the 7 pumpkins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. Mouse paints a happy face on this pumpkin. Happy pumpkin on this face. That's not what it means. This pumpkin is sad. This pumpkin has a silly face. This pumpkin looks surprised. Just like this book was when it got colored all over. I don't know if you can see all of his coloring on there. One of the pumpkins is missing. Eek! What is that? Ooh, dog made a scary pumpkin. Now it's time to make friendly pumpkins. Happy Pumpkin Day, Mouse. Scooch back a bit here so you can see them. That's what counted towards my calorie goal today, huh? I just had to scooch my butt back. All right, now, Sally. Hey. Woohoo, make some blood. Come here. Which one of these? Pick one. Story of Noah? Okay. The story of Noah. God chooses Noah. There was once a man called Noah. He was a good man. He loved his wife and his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And he was kind to other people. One day, Noah was at work in the fields. Suddenly, he heard a voice say, "Noah." Noah knew that voice. It was God. You are a good man, Noah. I am pleased with you. But other people are mean and unkind to each other. They have forgotten the right way to live, said God. They have spoiled the world I made. I have chosen you to help me put things right. It is going to rain, God said to Noah. I'm going to send a flood. The water will wash away all the bad things. I want to start all over again. Noah looked worried. Don't worry, said God. I will tell you what to do so that you will be safe. Everyone in your family will be safe too. I will take care of you, your wife, and your 3 sons and their wives. Then God began to tell Noah what he had to do. Noah trusted God. He would do all the things God asked him to do. Noah builds the ark. Noah, I want you to build a big boat called the ark, said God. Noah's eyes grew wide with wonder as he heard more about the ark. This boat was going to be enormous. Oh, her teeth, are they clean? You're getting all up in there, you might as well tell me. You must make the ark from good, strong wood and paint it with tar, said God. Noah wondered why God wanted such a very big boat. He soon found out. I have a special job for you, Noah, said God. You are going to save the animals from the flood. And Noah listened for a long time while God told him just what to do. Noah hurried home to his family. God has given me a special job. I need you to help me, said Noah. We are going to build a very big boat called the ark. And Noah told his family what God had said about building the ark. They were happy to do what God said. Everyone was going to be very busy. The sawing and hammering was very noisy. People stopped to watch. They asked Noah what he was doing. God has told me to build a big boat, answered Noah. It's a long way to the river, said one man. We're miles from the sea. God is sending a flood, said Noah. People shook their heads, and they laughed at Noah. God, they said, what God? Day after day, the ark grew bigger. News spread, and people kept coming to watch. It's going to rain, Noah told them. But the sky was blue. There wasn't a cloud to be seen. Noah must be mad, said everyone. At last, the ark was finished. You know that this is our new home, Noah told his family. But we won't be alone when the flood comes. Who will live with us? Asked his wife. God wants us to share the ark with animals, lots of animals. We must take care of 2 of every living creature until the flood goes down, said Noah. So that's why the ark is so big, said Shem. We must take food for all the animals, and for us too, continued Noah. Let's get busy. The animals will be here soon. Into the ark. There was room in the ark for lots of birds. The ceilings were high so the birds could fly, and there were perches where they could rest. Noah and his family watched in wonder as the birds began to arrive at the ark. Some of the birds soared and swooped. They flew high in the sky and dived down to the ground. Some of the birds hopped and waddled. Some were quick and some were slow. 2 of every kind of bird came to the ark. Excuse me. There was room on the ark for lots of animals. There were empty decks for big animals and small dens that were just right for shy creatures. Noah and his family watched in wonder as the animals began to arrive at the ark. Hi, Crazy Pants. There were fierce and friendly animals. Some were small and skittering. Some were lumbering and large. The animals galloped and hopped and plodded. Some were quick and some were slow. 2 of every kind came to the ark. There was room on the ark for lots of creeping and crawling creatures. There were special spaces and dark places for the animals who liked to hide. Noah and his family watched in wonder as the insects and all the rest of the little creatures began to arrive at the ark. Some buzzed and hovered, some flapped and flew. Creatures scuttled and slipped and wiggled. Some were quick and some were slow. 2 of every kind came to the ark. Noah and his sons began to load all the food they would need. Shem, Ham, and Japheth carried on sacks of grain and heaps of hay. Their wives filled big bowls with berries and filled baskets with all kinds of fruits and nuts. Noah was in charge of green plants and vegetables. They stored the food carefully inside the ark. They made it safe from nibbling mice and burrowing beetles. The food on the ark was for all the animals and for Noah's family. I hope there's enough, said Noah. It's time to get the animals on board, said Noah. He had seen some clouds high in the blue sky. Noah let down the gangplank, and the animals began to climb up it. Noah and his sons made sure that 2 of every living creature went into the ark. 1, 2, 1, 2, they counted. There were so many animals. They galloped and hopped and raced into the ark. They swooped and soared into the ark. They flew into the ark. They slithered and scrambled and squeezed into the ark. At last, all the animals were safely inside the ark. Just in time, said Noah. Keep going. Looking up at the big, dark clouds in the sky, Noah and his family hurried inside the ark, and God shut the ark's big door. Then the rain began to fall. Splish, splash. It fell thick and fast, plopping into puddles. Soon, huge raindrops were drumming on the roof of the ark. Outside, the puddles became ponds, and streams became rivers and burst their banks. The water rose higher and higher. It lifted the ark, and the ark began to float. Day after day, night after night, the rain kept falling. The water covered houses and towns, it covered trees and forests, it covered hills and mountains. The water rose higher still. Soon there was nothing but water everywhere. Everything else had been washed away. The rain kept falling. The ark floated on the water. Noah and his family and all the animals were safe inside the ark, just as God had promised. The rain kept falling. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. At last the rain stopped. A fresh wind blew away the last clouds. Soon the sun shone brightly again. God has kept us safe through the flood, said Noah. Now we must wait until the water has gone down. At first there was water everywhere. But slowly the water was going down. One day there was a big bump, and with a wobble and a jolt, the ark stopped floating. It had never come to rest among the mountains. But there was no dry land for Noah's family or for the animals. They couldn't leave the ark just yet. Dry land at last. There was still nothing but water everywhere around the ark. Let's send out a bird. He might find dry land, said Noah. So Noah fetched a raven. Then he opened a window in the ark and set the bird free. The raven stretched its wings and flew away. Noah waited all day, but the raven didn't come back. The bird was happy to be free. Then Noah sent out a dove. She flew around all day, but there wasn't enough dry land yet. At last the tired bird flew back to the safety of the ark. Noah waited for 7 days. Then he sent out the dove again. Noah waited all day. As the sun began to go down, the bird flew back to the ark. This time she had something green in her beak. It was a new green leaf from an olive tree. Look, said Noah to his family. Everyone was very excited. Now they knew that the earth was nearly dry. The water has gone down, said Shem. Plants and trees are growing, said Ham. Soon we'll be able to leave the ark, said Japheth excitedly. Was it time to leave the ark? Each day Noah waited and wondered. We have lived on the ark for such a long time, said Noah's wife. It won't be long now, said Noah. Then Noah sent the dove out again. He waited all day. He waited until the sun had gone down. But this time the dove did not return. Good news, said Noah. The dove has left us. She must have found food and a place to build a nest. A new start. God has kept us safe, just as he promised, said Noah. He has brought us back to dry land. Noah and his family were so excited. The animals were excited too. It is time to leave the ark, God said to Noah. Set the animals free. Let them live on the land. It is time to start again in this good new world. Noah opened the big door in the side of the ark. Be free, he shouted. The birds flew away first. Noah set down the gangplank, and at last the animals left their home on the ark. Some were in a hurry and scurried and hopped and leapt and ran away. Others moved slowly, stopping to sniff the fresh air and look at the plants and trees. They would all make homes in God's good new world. Noah had done what God wanted and taken care of every animal. Now it was time for his family to leave the ark. Back on dry land at last, said Noah. His family could hardly believe it. Yeah, they keep yawning. They smelled the sweet, fresh air. They felt the soft green grass under their feet. Now Noah's sons could build new homes. They could make a fresh start in God's good new world. Noah and his family were so happy. They hugged one another and danced for joy. Thank you, God, for keeping us safe, said Noah. I will always keep you safe, Noah, said God. Look up at the sky. Noah looked up and saw a rainbow. This is a sign of my promise, said God. I will never cover the earth with floodwaters again. Remember this when you see a rainbow in the sky. Thank you, God, said Noah. You can find this story in the Bible, in Genesis chapter 6, verse 1, to chapter 9, verse 17. All right, and then we've got our last book of the night, The Very Happy Hippo. Yeah, bit my side. Oh no, it's a blanket dog. Oh no. Oh no. Would you like to be able to see? I'd like to help. I would like to help. Help. Okay. The Very Happy Hippo. Oh, you static dog. That is what you are. You can hear the static coming off of you. The Very Happy Hippo. Are you ready to hear about the Very Happy Hippo? Okay, let's start. Are you ready? There was something wrong with Horace. He had everything a small hippo could possibly need. Mountains of food, a ton of toys, and plenty of mud. But Horace wasn't a happy hippo. There was something missing from his life. Horace wanted his daddy to teach him about crocodiles and how to walk along the bottom of the rivers without anyone noticing. And how to hold his breath. But most of all, he just wanted a good long wallow with his big round dad. The trouble was that Daddy Hippo was a very busy hippo. There was always someone to see or somewhere to go. Daddy Hippo just wouldn't stop. So Horace got more and more upset. Then one morning when Horace asked him to play, Daddy Hippo surprised everyone by saying, "Okay, yippee!" cried Horace. And he gave his dad a big hug and asked him, "Wait." Daddy Hippo said, "I think I can manage this afternoon." Then he rushed off to work. Horace was so excited. He spent the morning getting everything ready. He could hardly wait for his dad to come home. What a happy hippo Horace was. He waited and waited. He waited until the sun set. He waited until the first star began to shine. But still, there was no sign of Daddy Hippo. When Mommy... Hey, don't pull on my necklace, please. When Mommy Hippo came to look for her little son, she didn't have to ask him what was wrong. Poor Horace was so upset, there was only one thing he could do. He waited until all the big hippos had gone to bed. "What are you doing, Goofy Pants?" Then he tiptoed off down the jungle path in the pouring rain. What is this? What is happening here? What is going on? Halfway along the path, Horace stopped. He drew a circle in the mud, and then he began to dig. But when the hole was really good and deep, he scrambled out and carefully covered the top with sticks and grass and leaves. Then he crept back home again and fell fast asleep. Next morning began with a loud crash. All the hippos rushed out. Horace was the quickest. In fact, he was a bit too quick. Before you could say, "Help, heavy hippopotamus," Horace had fallen into his own hippo trap right on top of his big round dad. Daddy Hippo looked at Horace. Horace looked at Daddy Hippo. Daddy Hippo rubbed the dirt from his eyes and snorted. And then he burst out laughing. He laughed and laughed and laughed. Then Daddy Hippo picked up a great big lump of sticky mud and threw it at Horace. So Horace picked up an even bigger, wetter lump and threw it back. It must have been wonderful mud because they played all day. Then they rolled on their backs and chatted about underwater bubbles and how to walk along river beds. Then they did everything all over again, and Horace was a very happy hippo. By the time the moon rose and the first star came out, Horace was so tired that Daddy Hippo had to carry him back home. As he was tucking Horace in, the little hippo opened one sleepy eye. I can't wait until tomorrow, he whispered. Neither can I, Daddy Hippo whispered back. The end. There we go. All right. Did you enjoy the story? You're undressed, madam. Your ears flippy. Okay. Well, that's it for tonight. We did our 3 stories. We're getting close. I think Thursday is a week until Halloween. So we've got just a few more days of our Halloween stories. And then my plan is on Halloween to read all of our Halloween stories. Don't unwrap my wrist. I don't know if it's sleeping funny or cleaning up your room constantly or knitting that's messing up my wrist, but something's messing up my wrist, kiddo, so please leave it alone, okay? All right. So we will see you guys tomorrow for some more stories and more shenanigans like this. All right. Good night, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.